What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's January 10th and I'm back with the vlog. I've been doing this every single day since maybe sometime late December, and it's something I wanted to do for a very long time, where I talk about all newsy type of stuff and things that I figured out in football, and like little statistic things and players and just a lot of interesting things put together as one bundle, which is this. And I hope some of you guys do enjoy it. I enjoy doing it, and that's very important that I enjoy doing it. Like throughout the day, I'm looking for little articles to put in, and I do find a lot. There's a lot of things in football that goes uncovered, and I'm here to make sure that doesn't continue to happen. So if you have something you want me to shed some light on, leave it in the comment section down below. You guys do help a lot when it comes to that. So let's do a bit of shout out. I have actually 7 people to shout out today. I had 5, but the list just kept growing, and deservedly so. First person I want to shout out, Cop Expert. He's making fun of me having trouble saying the name of the Bulgarian team. Damn, what's his name again? Can't remember. I really can't remember. But what up to Cop Expert, man? Hi. Ifa Kerr. What's up, Ifa Kerr? I own nothing Nike, he says. But I bet you will soon if you're a Liverpool fan. You will own a Nike kit or 2. Shoutouts to ADA J3, better known as Adnan. He left his worst Premier League 11 so far for the season, and it includes Kepa, Aurier, Otamendi, Zimmerman, Mendy, Lingard, Nakamba, not so marvelous Nakamba, Ericsson, Joelinton, Alex Iwobi, and Dominic, my namesake, Solanke. See, this is a great 11 because there's so many names I could have put into mine, but I just didn't have any room for them. I really didn't. The ones that I put in my list was very bad, and it prevented yours from getting on the list, Adnan. But some of mine did make it to your list, so thank you very much for leaving that. 4th shout out goes to Stizor or Stizor. He said, money attracts money, end of story. He's talking about the Liverpool Nike deal. So, hi Stizor or Stizor. Then number 5, Eric Gonzalez. He says, keep up the great work. I think he's from Florida. Thank you very much, Eric. Number 6, Tong Cheong. He says, he was actually talking about Adama Traore as an adult lion treating Benjamin Mendy like a hyena. And I do agree with you though. Adama Traore really embarrassed Benjamin Mendy in that play. Cost us the game. And the 7th shout out goes to Ivo Turk from Zagreb, Croatia. What's up, my man Ivo? And that ends it for the shout out segment. If you want to shout out, you know what to do. Leave a nice comment, insightful comment, and I'll choose one, and I choose it randomly. 5 or 6 or even 7 or 8. But I won't be taking preference to any particular person. It's according to how I feel about the comment you left. If you don't leave a comment, you won't get a shout out. And I know you guys appreciate the shout out, because if a YouTuber I actually watch shouts me out while watching that video, man, I'll feel so good. It'll make my day actually. But let's get into the segment. It's already 4 minutes in and I haven't really started talking about anything yet. All right, where in the world is Mohamed Elyounoussi? It's like yesterday I was going through Transfermarkt and the name Elyounoussi topped up, and I think it was his cousin. And I'm like, whoa, where is Mohamed Elyounoussi, the former Barca player? And I'm like, I remember him signing for Southampton, but he just disappeared. Well, the 25-year-old Norwegian winger had a poor first season at Southampton, where he made 19 appearances and had 0 goal involvement. He's currently on loan at Celtic in the Scottish League, made 13 appearances, scoring 7 times and picking up 6 assists. So seems like he has regained his touch, or maybe not, because the SPFL and the Premier League is two different ball grounds. So all the best, Mohamed Elyounoussi. Southampton should bring him back from loan. They need as much help as they could get, and Elyounoussi is a damn good player. Too bad he didn't really, come off at Southampton yet. Okay, yet. So next article, guys. Players Man United has been linked to signing. And I took some time, did a little research, and found as many players as I can to put on the list. And if I missed anybody, guys, leave it in the comment section down below. I just found out another player before I came down here, and his name is Sommore, a midfielder who plays for Lille. Can't remember his first name. It's pretty hard. It's Boubakary Soumare or something. But he's been linked to a lot of Premier League clubs. So let's see if Man United does get him. He is like a no-name player too, so maybe they will get him. You never know. But the players Man United have been linked to for a while, last summer and the winter. Gedson Fernandes, he's from Benfica. Ruben Neves, Bruno Fernandes, Donny van de Beek, James Maddison, Raul Jimenez, Dani Olmo, Christian Eriksen, Jadon Sancho, Arturo Vidal, Sean Longstaff, Dominic, my namesake, Calvert-Lewin, Kalidou Koulibaly, Jack Grealish, Edinson Cavani, Arkadiusz Milik, Hakim Ziyech, Samuel Umtiti, Nelson Semedo, Musa Dembele, the striker, Gareth Bale. And I think that's it. All the names I just called, please come to the front of the room. Please come to the front of the room. Man United are interested in signing you. If you do decide not to come to the room because you don't want to go to Man United, please be my guest. None of you guys are coming to the front of the room? Oh boy. Well, Man United, I can't help you here. But guys, if you have any more players that I failed to call, they might come to the front of the room. Let me know in the comment section down below. So guys, something very, very, very interesting for the Asian viewers, especially my Arabic friend with the Arabic name. I don't know what it says. I suggest you change your name to an English name because I really can't identify with you. But maybe you're just the Arabic guy. Let's just call you the Arabic guy. He did suggest that I take a look at the 2019-20 AFC Under-23 Championship currently going on right now. Vietnam and Uzbekistan played in the last final, which was held in 2018. Uzbekistan won the game 2-1. In this year's competition, I did a bit of research and I found that there's big players in this tournament, like Tarek Salman, the right back from Qatar, Abdullah Al Hamdan, Saudi Arabia's new young sensation, he's a striker, and Vietnam's own Nguyen Quan Hai. So this should be a good tournament. This should be a very, very good tournament. And I just want to run through the standings really quick. Take a look at some matches. Currently just played match day 1. So we're catching this at the right time and I'll give you updates as the tournament progresses. So they played a qualification round before and now they have 4 groups of 4, which means there's 16 teams left in the tournament. I figure first the top 2 teams would go through to the last 8 and then last 4 and then to the finals. So in Group A, guys, the matches are currently going on right now too. In Group A, they have Thailand on the 23 with 3 points, Iraq 1 point, Australia 1 point, and Bahrain at the bottom without a point. Group B, Saudi Arabia on the 23 at the top of the group, 3 points, Syria 1 point, Qatar 1 point, and Japan at the bottom without a point. They lost their opening match. Group C, South Korea under 23 team, 3 points at the top. Iran second, 1 point. Uzbekistan, the defending champions, 1 point. And China at the bottom without a point. And the last group, in Group D, Jordan are currently playing North Korea. And they're leading 1-0. So they are currently on top of the group with 3 points. The game is 72 minutes in. And if they hold on, they will stay on top of the group. Vietnam second, 1 point. UAE third, 1 point. And North Korea at the bottom without a point. And I just did a bit of research, like quick research, to see if Kwang Sung-han, the Juventus player that just moved to Al Duhail, is in the team, and he is not playing for North Korea, and the guy is only 21 years old. So it seems like North Korea say, listen man, we don't want you around anymore. Not in the under 23s, nor at the senior level. But I think he'll be back. Maybe pretty soon. But he'll be back. Look out for Kwang Sung-han. Remember the name. Kwang Sung-han. Okay? But that's a wrap in terms of the 2019-20 AFC Under-23 Championship. I'm going to predict Vietnam to win it. This guy, Win Quang Hai, is damn good, you know. He's good. He's racked up a lot of appearances for the men's national team as well. So they have talent coming through, and they are an up-and-coming team that you have to look forward to in terms of the 2022 World Cup qualifiers. So go Vietnam. So guys, I decided to take a look at what's going on over in Ligue 1, and I realized that PSG are literally destroying the teams in France. In the Cup, in the League, even in Champions League, PSG are on fire right now. Could PSG win the Champions League this season, guys? Let us see. But one trophy we know that they're going to win is a Ligue 1 title, because they're completely destroying their fellow Ligue 1 teams. And you know what I think? I think PSG should be prevented from signing fellow Ligue 1 teams players for maybe 2 transfer windows, 2 or 3 or even 4 transfer windows, so that the other teams could, you know, catch them themselves and get a little stronger. You know what I'm saying? I know other teams coming for the French players and all, but just stop PSG from getting them. Once PSG don't get them, it's cool. It's cool. They need to be banned from signing fellow French team players. Seriously, because this is just bullying. And these days, they take bullying very, very seriously. And PSG are just bullies. They need to move to another league. I suggest they come over to the English Premier League to see if they could win that. Or maybe go to Spain and see if they could win La Liga. It's you know, it's close. It's very close. England is close to France too. PSG, they're just destroying teams over in France. These are the last score lines. 6-1 versus Saint-Etienne in the Coupe de la Liga quarterfinal. French Cup, 6-0 over Linas Montelheri. I don't know if I said that name right. In a league match, 4-1 against Amiens. Coupe de la Liga, round of 16, 4-1 against Le Mans. In the league, 4-0 against Saint-Etienne. Champions League, 5-0 against Galatasaray. League match, 3-1 against Montpellier. 2-0 against Nantes. Champions League, 2-2 against Real Madrid. 2-0 against Lille in the league. 2-1 against Brest. 1-0 against Bruges. They even beat Marseille 4-0. Club Bruges 5-0. 4-1 against Nice. 4-0 against Angers. PSG are just scoring for fun. They're just scoring goals for fun over in France. Right about now, they're currently on top of the league table. 18 matches played, 45 points. That's 7 points ahead of Marseille, who are second. PSG has scored 43 goals. That's 12 goals more than second best attacking team, Monaco. And they have only let in 10. So Stade Reims has only let in 10 as well. But PSG, best attack, best defense in Ligue 1. Over in France. They're kings. And something has to be done. Guys, suggest what should be done with this whole PSG thing to stop them from winning? Monaco won the league a few seasons ago, and you know what Monaco ended up and did? They cashed in. They cashed in. They didn't say, let's try to keep hold of these players and try to win next season's Champions League because we did reach the semi-final this season. No, they sold everybody, or as many as they could. So let me know what you think about this whole PSG dominance over in France. Let me know in the comment section down below. On to the next segment, recommended by Oli Laverit 305. He says I should talk a bit about Inter Miami. Like, he can't wait till I start talking about Inter Miami. I don't know what he meant by that. I don't know if he was sincere or if he was like disingenuous, because I don't know if he's saying like, oh, a new team is in the MLS. Let's see if you're going to jump on that. Let's see if you're a real glory hunter. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I don't really care too much about Inter Miami. And I don't care too much about the MLS. But I should talk a bit about the MLS. And I will be talking about the MLS going forward, especially with this new thing I'm doing here. But let's talk a bit about Inter Miami. Let's just take a look at their current roster and see how they line up. Okay, so Inter Miami. And you know what I don't understand with the name Inter Miami? It's like Italian. Well, it's called Inter Miami CF. It's Italian, English, Spanish, all in one. Because guess what? Inter Miami, like Inter Milan and, you know, then Miami, which is American, CF, which means Club de Football. Like, come on, David Beckham, how did you come up with this? But let's take a look at the roster. They currently have 24 players, so they're ready to go. 10 foreigners in their lineup, and they signed a manager already. His name is Diego Alonso. He is Uruguayan and Mexican. That's what his thing says here. 44 years of age. I don't know much about Diego Alonso though, but I heard he's a good coach. So the players lining up for Inter Miami so far: Robles, goalkeeper; McCarthy, goalkeeper; Meredith, goalkeeper; Calendar, another goalkeeper; centre back Macoun; Ramon Torres, the Panamanian international; Lillard; Ben Sweat, left back; Ambrose, left back; Alvis Powell, the Jamaican international; De La Gaza; Ulysses; Nealis; Ojoa; Chapman; Norman Jr., Wynn; Argudo; Acosta; Robinson; Pellegrini; Carranza; Agudelo; and Kieswetter. Well, I don't know much of these players, you know. That's why I only call out their last names. If you recognize any of the names, shed some more light in the comment section down below. I only know a few of these guys. I only came across a few of these guys in the past. I know Alvis Powell. I know Ramon Torres. Guys, let me know how you think Inter Miami are going to do in their first season in the MLS. I don't think they're going to do too well, to be honest. They need some more marquee names in this, you know, team. They've been linked to Man City's very own David Silva. He would make a good addition to this roster. But as of now, it looks light. It looks really light. But there's a lot of room for improvement. It's only their first season. Right? Do you guys agree with me? Let's move on. Thank you very much, Ollie. And it went through my mind over again. So let's talk a bit about some transfer rumors. According to El Desmarque, Man City are in contact with Real Madrid duo Isco and Eder Militao and could pay £93 million for the pair. In my opinion, I like the news because I like Isco. I like Isco, but this song's kind of summerish, you know. This is a lot of money to be spent in January when the league title is lost. It's basically lost. So why put all that money into these players when you can't win the league anymore? You know what I mean? And we're going for Eder Militao when he's at Real Madrid. Would he be cheaper at Real Madrid? Why didn't we try to sign him when he was playing for Porto? You know what I mean? Like, we need to try to get these players in their developmental phase and improve upon them when they come to a club, and not wait until they're the almost finished product and then pay a whole lot of money for them, and then they come to the club and it doesn't work out, you know, because they don't fit the system and whatnot. We are also linked to two more centre-backs in Ruben Diaz, the Benfica man. He's Portuguese. He's highly rated. He's been linked to a whole lot of teams. And Pau Torres of Villarreal. I took a look at Pau Torres' record this season, and he's been good. About 6 clean sheets. He made his Spain international debut back in November against Malta, and looks like a good prospect. He's only about 22 years old. I would like a player like Pau Torres instead of the other big names. Seriously. But are we going to sign any in January? I don't think so. I have a feeling we won't sign any players in January. Not even one. Not even a single player that is going to be a first team player. We might sign little bits and pieces players out there to set out on loan, but not any player for the first team. I don't see it happening. Let me know your thoughts on these transfer rumors in the comment section down below, if you're interested in Manchester City stuff. For some confirmed news, Wolves striker Patrick Cutrone is currently in Florence to complete a move back to Italy. At Serie club Fiorentina, he was spotted on his way to do a medical. Wolves paid £16 million for the former AC Milan wonder kid, and he made 24 appearances in all competitions, scoring 3 goals and providing 4 assists. Wolves are currently 7th in the Premier League. Fiorentina are currently 15th. So from my assessment, Fiorentina needs Patrick Cutrone a lot more than Wolves does, because he's not performing. Basically a flop at Wolves. So I have something here from a viewer or subscriber, Kennedy Gatago. He said, "Hi Dom, I have a combination prediction challenge for this weekend's fixtures as below." I'm gonna do it, but don't make it a habit, please. You're congesting my thing. You're congesting my segment, okay? I'm just kidding. But he has Blackburn versus Preston. My prediction, I'm going to go for Preston. The last time I predicted Blackburn in the FA Cup, they let me down big time. So I'm going to go for Preston North End here. Then you have Luton versus Birmingham. I'm going to say Birmingham. Luton Town currently struggling in the championship. I'm going to go for a Birmingham win. Wigan versus Bristol City. I'm going to say Bristol City win this match. Bristol City doing well in the championship right now. I'm going to go for them over Wigan. Hull versus Fulham. I'm going to say this one ends in a draw. Reading versus Nottingham Forest. I'm going to say Forest wins this game. Bordeaux versus Lyon. I'm going to say Lyon come out winners. So let's move over to Italy, where he has Lazio versus Napoli. Ciro Immobile currently banging him in for fun versus Dries Mertens and co. I'm going to say this one is hard, but this one is very hard. And this is a good match too. I'm going to say a draw. I'm going to say a 2-2 draw. Metz versus Strasbourg. I'm going to go for Strasbourg. Nimes versus Reims. I'm going to say, I'm going to say Nimes. Amiens versus Montpellier. I'm going to go for Montpellier. Udinese versus Sassuolo. I'm going to say Sassuolo. Cardiff versus Swansea. This is playing for real? The Welsh derby is playing. Cardiff versus Swansea. Swansea not looking too bad this season, you know. I'm going to go for Swansea. I'm going to say Swansea. Saint-Etienne versus Nantes. I'm going to say Saint-Etienne. Torino versus Bologna. Torino. Bournemouth versus Watford. Watford are going to whoop that ass. Hellas Verona versus Genoa. Genoa struggling. I'm going to say Hellas Verona. And last but not least, Roma versus Juventus. I'm going to say it's going to be Juventus. This is a big game. But thank you very much, Kennedy, for taking up my time there. I appreciate it. Strange transfer of the day. Raúl de Tomás, the 25-year-old Spanish striker, is on the move again. He's on the move again. The former Real Madrid youth player made one appearance for Los Blancos' first team and impressed on his loan stints at Rayo Vallecano, Real Valladolid, and Cordoba. He was sold to Benfica in the summer for 20 million euros, and after a slow start, Benfica has sold him on to La Liga bottom place team Espanyol for 20 million euros. So Benfica say, listen, man, still fresh. We don't want to get a loss from this player, so we're going to sell him now. Things ain't working out at all. I think he scored like 3 goals in the first half of the season, and things did not work out. Raúl de Tomás, man, very, very strange case, and never made it at Real Madrid. Did well when he was out on loan, but Rayo Vallecano got relegated last season, and he moved on, and still not working out. Could he be Espanyol's savior this season? Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And what's interesting is that Espanyol is still currently in the Europa League round of 32, but they are at the bottom of La Liga. So they would want to get knocked out of the Europa League like yesterday so that they could focus on survival. And Raúl de Tomás might just be the investment that keep them up. 20 million euros, like they're serious. They're serious about staying up. So all the best to the Barcelona club. Let's talk a bit about the 2019-20 Supercopa de España currently going on in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia between Real Madrid, Valencia, Barcelona, and Atletico Madrid. The first match finished in a 3-1 win for Real Madrid over Valencia, with Toni Kroos scoring directly from a corner, Isco scoring a nice goal, and the 2018 Ballon d'Or recipient Luka Modric bagging one of his own. Dani Parejo did bag a consolation goal for Valencia in extra time. Scored from the penalty spot as usual. Real Madrid, who placed third in La Liga last season, will move on to the final ahead of the team that won the Copa del Rey last season. So rightfully, it should have been Valencia in the final if it was a 2-team event, but too bad. La Liga switched things up, looking to make some money over there in Saudi Arabia, and Real Madrid are in the final, and they would have faced one of Barcelona or Atletico Madrid, and whichever way it went, it would have been an El Clasico final or a Madrid derby. I predicted an El Clasico final, but it turned out to be a Madrid derby, and it was a really good game yesterday. It was a feisty, action-packed, drama-filled contest, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. A lot of you guys did not know I watch Spanish football, but I watch all football. I watch all types of football from all different leagues. It's only that I'm preoccupied with the Premier League, but this is a big tournament, the Supercopa de España, first 4-team event. I'm like, yes, I have to follow this. I have to talk about this. First half finished 0-0. João Felix missed the kick, got roasted on Twitter. Then him and Jordi Alba kick it off at the end of first half there, and then Lionel Messi stepped up to the young man and said something to him, and João Felix did not back down. I documented all of that on the channel, so you could go check it out. That video is doing very well, by the way. You have to be there for those moments. Those moments are special. Very, very, very special. And I'm glad that I start making content like that. It's good for the channel. You might not see it that way, but you don't know what's going on at the back end over here at Dominic Rich FC. But really, really good game. Second half, Koke came on and scored immediately. Then 5 minutes later, Messi equalized. Really good goal with his right foot. And then a few minutes later, Antoine Griezmann scored against his old team and celebrated with his Barca boys. That was kind of distasteful, if you ask me. Very distasteful. Antoine Griezmann, you weasel. But the game went on. Barcelona had the better opportunities. Messi did score, but the ball was deemed to hit his arm. VAR review wipe out that goal rightfully. Then Gerard Piqué scored, and Vidal, who crossed in the ball, was deemed to be offside. Fine margins, maybe armpit again, but it was the right call. He was offside. If you're offside, you're offside. If you did not make the run properly, you're offside, you're offside. Barcelona fans are saying that they got robbed. I don't think you guys got robbed. I just think you were complacent and you got outplayed in the second part of the second half. Because Jan Oblak kept Atletico Madrid in the game. He pulled off some huge saves. Barcelona should have put away those goals. They are to blame. They have themselves to blame. Atletico Madrid did get their opportunities too. Neto came up with some big saves. I could remember when Llorente just came on and forced a big save out of Neto. And then Angel Correa got him behind and he failed to chip Neto. So it was a very, very action-packed second half. So 2-1. 2-1. Vitola came off the bench. He got played in behind and Neto took him out. Penalty awarded. Morata stepped up, equalized 2-2. Maybe I'm not saying everything in chronological order, but this is what I remember from the game. I didn't do an official review. Didn't really feel the need to. I reacted to some moments in the match and that's all it took. After Morata scored, there was a penalty shout where Gerard Piqué handled the ball. And if you go back and you check the replays, he did touch the ball with his arm stretched out. He was pulling it in, but it was stretched out when it hit him. I think that was the wrong call and that should have been given. Penalty, and Atletico Madrid should have been given the chance to go 3-2 up at that moment. But, as I said, poetic justice had its say. Few minutes later, Angel Correa got played in behind and bam, he did the rest and put it past Neto in goal. 3-2, Atletico Madrid held on and they have booked themselves a place in the final of the 2019-20 Supercopa de España to face their hometown rivals, Real Madrid. It's going to be a hell of a match. It will be played on Sunday. This coming Sunday, 12:30 my time. 1 hour into the Man City Aston Villa game. So I will tune into it with my other phone. I'm looking forward for that. It's who's going to win? Who's going to win the Supercopa de España? I'm going to say it's hard. Real Madrid looked good. Atletico Madrid looked good too. Guys, this one is going to be difficult. This one could go all the way to penalties maybe. I bet the team that I predict to win is going to lose. I'm going to go with Atletico Madrid here. I'm going to go with Atletico Madrid. I would like for Atletico Madrid to have their confidence up here that they play Liverpool. And I would like for Real Madrid's confidence to dip because they play my team, Man City. So I'm going to put a little bit of, it's just a smidge of bias in there and say Atletico Madrid wins the 2019-20 Spanish Super Cup. This is only the second time that a Madrid derby is happening in the Super Cup. The last time it happened was in 2014. Last but not least, guys, last segment. I saved the best for last. This is an original segment too, and it's titled, Will Liverpool and Southampton do more business this season or next season? Let's talk a bit about their recent transfer flow. Danny Ings, 2018-19 loan move from Liverpool to Southampton. Then that move was made permanent in summer 2019 for the sum of 20 million euros. The 27-year-old currently has 15 goals in 23 appearances in all competitions this season. So that's a win. Liverpool made some money. Southampton got goals and results in return. They currently have 25 points and they're currently sitting around 12th, 13th-ish right now. And they're looking poised to survive the drop. They've been, struggling as of late, but I think they'll survive the drop. And when I say as of late, I mean for the past couple seasons. In terms of recent Southampton to Liverpool transfers, Virgil van Dijk was the last one. £76 million move in January 2018. Before that, Sadio Mane's £37 million move in July 2016. And I'm talking about the transfers according to the sum and not according to the time that they happened. Adam Lallana, £28 million move in July 2014. And I have something here. I think Liverpool and Southampton could do more business here and send Adam Lallana back to Southampton because he'll get more game time over there and bring one of Southampton's good players, younger players, into Liverpool to play the similar role that Adam Lallana played, and a player that will be, okay with coming off the bench at a club like Liverpool. So we could see Adam Lallana going the opposite way. Dejan Lovren, £23 million in July 2014. At the end of this season, Dejan Lovren could be leaving the shores of England for maybe, who knows, Italy or Germany, France, or even Spain. But I think Lovren is on the way out. Nathaniel Klein, £16 million in July 2015. I also see him going back to Southampton in a swap deal, maybe plus cash or something like that. I also see Klein going the opposite way, and that won't be a bad move at all. But I have something better for you guys. Which current Southampton players will suit Liverpool? And I made a list, and I have 6 players on the list. So before I go, I'm going to share these 6 players with you. Centre back, Jan Bednarek, the Poland international. He's 23 years of age and he's valued at £14 million. But of course, Liverpool will have to pay more for him. But you got some good negotiators over at Liverpool and they might not have to pay a lot more for him. But Jan Bednarek is one of Southampton's best players, and I could definitely see him making a move to Liverpool or another team if, for example, Dejan Lovren leaves the club. So that's a good one. You guys could share your own in the comment section down below. This is only opinionated, my opinion. Left back, Ryan Bertrand. He's currently 30 years old and valued at £12 million, but he could provide a very, very good backup option for Andy Robertson. He'll come off the bench to give Robertson rest when needed. He could feature in the cup match, and he is very good. I like Ryan Bertrand as a player. Right back, young 20-year-old Frenchman Yann Valery, valued at only £7 million right now, and he is talented. I've seen him. He's talented. He could be Trent Alexander-Arnold's backup. Need balance, need rest, need to avoid burnout. Could bring in some of these Southampton players, 1 or 2 or few of these players. Central midfield. The player I think could go the opposite way to Adam Lallana. James Ward-Prowse. Very, very good in dead ball situations. Delivery is top notch. He's 25 years old and he is valued at £16 million. That would be a great signing for Liverpool. And the fact that them and Southampton have such good relations, I think it could happen. It could happen. Left wing, Nathan Redmond, 25-year-old, valued at £18 million. Of course, guys, Liverpool might have to end up paying double for some of these or most of these players, but this is just their market value right now as we speak. Nathan Redmond, one of Southampton's brightest players, and his name has red in it. Redmond, Liverpool, the Reds. I see a match made in heaven here, and he's very good. So yeah, are you guys interested in a man like Nathan Redmond here? Another left winger, Moussa Djenepo, the 21-year-old Malian international, just came in for £14 million. £14 million. And Liverpool would have to pay a lot more for him, or who knows, maybe not. But this guy is talented, and he could link up with the Africans in the Liverpool team, the Naby Keita, the Joel Matip, who played for Cameroon, not an African, but African descent, born in Germany, the Mohamed Salah, and the Sadio makes you so happy, Mane. So I could definitely see this happening. But guys, it's a long ass segment today, but I don't care. I don't care. I'll clip some of these though. I'll clip some of these and put them out as separate videos. It's a good idea, you know. But I appreciate those who watch to the very end. I love long videos. Personally, I love to watch long videos. I never want them to end, and I know there's some of you guys who feel the same way. But that brings it to an end of today's segment for January 10th, 2020. I have to go prepare for tomorrow. Remember, if you fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Tomorrow, the 11th of January, I'll be back with the morning vlog in the car on the way to work. I think I'll do something light tomorrow, something lighter, you know what I mean? Nothing too heavy. Just a little discussion based, you know, concept. But thank you very much for getting to the end of the video. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, smash the thumbs up button, visit cardsplug.com/dominicrichfc. If you decide to buy something, use the coupon code dominicrichfc to get 15% off. Thanks again for watching the video, and until next time, peace out, Rich Squad.